Good afternoon, YouTube. It's man, always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, folks, I'm going to be flying solo today. I was hoping to have a special guest come on, but things happen, but we will have him next week. I said him, but it's not the usual suspect. It's not my man, Jen. He has moved on, and it's not KL. He'll probably pop in later if he follows me, but it's a person you really know. Shout out to him. He's my big brother who's giving me knowledge. He's been going through some stuff, but he loves doing these live streams because he loves taking stuff and getting it off his chest. so anyway, folks, we as you know, July is just about over. This is the last week of July, and I think we have at least a couple more days left. And after that, it's an old new month. We're going into August, and getting to August. We have the Tampa Bay Pro coming up. But anyway, last weekend we had some shows going on. We had the Teen Collegiate and Masters, which was pro qualification for a lot of competitors. It's a public show in Pittsburgh. A couple ladies who I know who I follow, they did that show, but they didn't get a pro card. Shout out to Gretchen and Amanda. I'm sorry, you girls. You look great, and you looked amazing. You should have got the opportunity because you're putting a lot of work and time into this. And, and I wish the best for you. Here we get the hater, the usual suspect. Always leaving breadcrumbs because they're going to come in. This is my de facto partner here, man in charge and Sarah, KL1, aka captain of the ship.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey,
I'm the second Robin. I'm the second Robin, huh?
So you're Jason Todd.
Yeah, what's his name? Red Hood.
Yeah, you remember they didn't like him, so they had a poll to kill him off in the comics, and they killed him off. But,
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, if you remember, Jason Todd, we came to second Robin. The best. See, I had Dick Grayson. That was my man, Jen Jarrett. Yeah, and now you're Jason Todd, and maybe someday I have Tim Drake next.
Yeah.
I keep doing. If I have my own kid, I have what's the name of Batman's son? Damian Wayne.
Damian.
Yeah, I gotta have a kid, but I don't have any kids. So you never know. I might have else. But as you know, we had the Chicago Pro over the weekend. Yeah. And Chicago was one of the biggest shows for women's bodybuilding. You had Atlanta last week, and it just dropped the pictures from the Atlanta show. It's called now because one day we were wondering we were going to drop the pictures. The pictures took him back last Saturday, Saturday before last. And now this got put out last night because I follow a certain site and they posted some pictures from the show. I said, oh, okay. And I went back. I went to the NPC News Online site, and I sent to ladies I follow. I said, here's your pictures, here's your pictures, here's your pictures. I know they've been looking for them. Some ladies already got them. They already caught up because he actually was wanting to put them out. But the show is now called Professional League Atlanta Pros, not the Linda Murray Atlanta Pros, the Professional League. That's why I couldn't find it yesterday because I posted them last night and they were under another name. I was looking for the Linda Murray Pro, or I was looking for the Atlanta Pro. But it's crazy. But
Oh,
anyway,
that's how you be so. That's how you be on. That's how you be on point with that with the posting, because you got it from the FPC.
well, yeah, because like I said, always be where you're surrounded, young Master Wayne. That's why I keep
No,
telling you.
okay.
Always be where you're
All
surrounded.
right.
And I go to certain sites that they post some of these pictures, and when I saw that site had it, I said, you know what? They already posted them onto NPC Online, and so I give them to the ladies that because back in the day you used to just click it and download the
Yeah.
pictures, but now they're protected. So
Mm.
some ladies they have to pay for a package, and some of them want to pay for
They
that
gotta
package
pay for a
sometimes.
package. What you mean?
When they do a show and they want their photos from that show, they have to pay for the package to see the photos.
Oh,
Yeah, it's part of it's just a way for not only for the really for the filmer the photographer to make some money, but also I think the promoters and other people. There's a lot of things involved when they do this. But it happens anyway. We're focused right now on the Chicago Pro, and I didn't watch the live stream, but I know who did, and that is the lovely Miss Danielle Willis, and she watched it. She even reached out to me. I was gonna watch the finals, but this is my end of the month broke week, and that's like $40 I can't throw away on just watching something. I could that can go better some of the gas or something I might need. But
mm.
I'm planning on watching live stream somewhere down the road. When I have the time, I want to sit down and maybe do a live and talk about it. Possibly I'm thinking about the Tampa because Tampa's going to be on the weekend. That's the first of the month for me. I have my little money I can burn a little bit that before I take care of my business and stuff. But I might do that. I'm thinking about doing it. But
I
anyway,
got a question. I
yeah.
got a question. Like, where in live stream?
What do you mean live stream?
No, like you said, like you would have to like go to live stream and
Well, what I
then
was
why's
going
the
to do?
echo?
Are you got something? Are you? Because let me mute you real quick. Man, let me mute myself.
Hello? Yeah, I don't hear no echo now.
I'm in my room. That's just probably bounce in my room. That's what it is.
Oh,
But but it's just Wednesdays. But we got here from our man JW Warrior, J Warrior, Warrior 1000. I predicted the winner of the Chicago Pro Show in the women's bodybuilding division, and I was on point. Well, he was, yeah. There's still like some suspects. When I saw a picture of Jessica Martin from that show, she looked amazing, and she had
yeah.
years. And I felt like she could have came in and took the title. She could have, but the judges went another way. We got here, Roy. Roy. Hey, he says, hey, and he says, I can't.
Hey, Roy.
Can I join in? Well, Roy, you know what, Roy? If you're in the comment section, the link is pinned. All you got to do is type it. All you got to do is click the link, and I'll bring you in. It's pinned in the top of the comment section, Roy, and just click it, and you're a welcome guest. And also, JW says this. He says, Danielle Willis is so damn gorgeous and a beautiful, sweet woman. She is, she beautiful. She took the time out when she did that interview with me last year. It was right after the Olympia, right around a little bit, right that Christmas Eve. We did it. She was sick.
Yeah, I remember. She's sweet of her. Very
Yeah,
sweet of her.
I told her we can push it back another week to get better. She wanted to do it. I mean, and she's beautiful. She is beautiful. Oh my God, she is.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
she's a beautiful
yeah,
piece
yeah.
of. She's a beautiful, a sexy piece of hot mocha. She's from the
Yeah,
West Coast.
yeah,
She has
yeah.
light eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But Roy, you see the click? Just click the in the comment section, and once you click it, I'll bring you in. Okay. So anyway, as JW said, he predicted Christina Mendoza. And I know JW got hot because you get to see Christina. I think she's an attractive woman. I can't lie. This
Yeah,
Christina right
she
here.
is.
She got a nice
Yeah, she
physique.
is.
But
Yes,
is
she
she
do.
the debate is will she be Irish? Will she be Andrea? No. I'm gonna be. I
Why,
know.
why you think not? You being biased, or you just, it's
I'm
just
being.
something things she lacking?
She's one thing is she makes improvements here, but she still needs something to work on. Like you saw my comparison video I did earlier this weekend. Um, you see that there's some difference between the both of them. Andrea is a
Oh,
lot more.
you did a comparison video with her and Andrea.
Yes, yeah. I thought you saw it.
I checked. No, I didn't see it. I haven't
Yeah,
seen. I think the last one I seen with you with the two white girls.
the one
The one is from Australia and one
the
is
one from
from
Poland,
some. Yeah,
Poland.
that's what I. Yeah, that's when I seen. But I'm gonna
Yeah,
check it out. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out.
yeah. But the thing is, like I said, this no slouch on Christina. She made some improvements. She looks pretty good, but still, Andrea is going to be a tough nut to crack. Her overall presentation physique and all, she has, just it. And back in the day, if it was just by looks, when those last two Olympias, when with Lena Popa should have won. But the thing was,
Yeah,
Iris Kyle had the better aesthetics. And, people didn't like Iris because she didn't really promote bodybuilding as much. But hey, I was a businesswoman. She was about making her money. And I can't fault her on
right.
that. You know. Here goes. This from JW says, Christina Nicole Mendoza is just as hot as Andrea. Yes, I said I love them both. Yeah, well, I like them both too. We got here my man Roy coming through. Roy.
Hey,
Hey
what's up,
Roy.
Roy?
Hey Roy. Hello. Hello. Roy. Can you hear me? Roy? Roy, if you,
Maybe you gotta just maybe you gotta
yeah,
adjust his
yeah, just his mic. Yeah, just your mic. Okay. But anyway, Christina, she made some adjustments. I think she had competed since 2021. That was, I think, the last show was the Savannah Pro that year. She did Savannah, she did Chicago. She took third at Chicago that year because that was the year Sheena Olick won, and the Name We Do Not Speak took second. And I think that she still needs to make some improvements. And it's tough. Especially she has the next to, I would say, um, Margie. She has probably the biggest set of quads that any female body would have right now. She's right there next to Margie. Margie is huge. She's just a little bit shy from being as big as Margie. And she's being Cuban. She has that mixed nature, being that she has a little Afro aesthetics. This is from JW saying, I still don't think Christina Mendoza will not even come close to Andrea. Angela, y'all will go head to head this year at the Miss O. Yeah, I'll give Andrew that, but Angela. But you say, oh, this man balls deep. These ladies, calm down, balls deep. Take a deep breath. Just take a deep breath. He says. Also, what up and salute. What up to you,
What up,
balls
look, my
deep.
salute.
Yeah, and also he says Chicago in here as usual, and also smash that like button. Thank you, balls deep, and we appreciate that. But Christina still just some factors she just needs to work on, like and Roy really, he's more the technical guy. He really knows this stuff by detail. Roy, hello. Roy, I can't hear you. Roy, we can't hear you that well. You might need to, Roy, you have another phone or a microphone, or you might need to get out and come back in.
Let me turn this.
There you go.
Hello, can you hear me?
Okay, yeah. That sounds a
Yeah, a
lot more
little
clear.
something, something, little something, something.
We got one more from Ballsy. He says, peace
He
and
say the
blessings to
same
the chat.
thing.
Yeah, I know. But, but quit picking up. Shut up. But what are we going to say, Roy?
I think the lats needs to come up still, and the biceps needs to be bigger because she's trying to fight Andrea, right? So she needs to have those things. Like Andrea is known for her biceps, and the lats are not like the best lats in the division. Angela still has them better than Andrea, but the lats were like really tiny. That was really shocking to me. Like her whole body was like there, but the lats were just so small. So when she was hitting the front double bicep, like it was not an proper X that was getting created. So I think that will hold her back. And Angela, I don't see her beating Angela this year. And there's not much you can do in 15 weeks. She's like about 15 weeks out of the Olympia, so there's not much improvements she can make. And she has a rising phoenix also, so there's not much she can do. I don't think the other athletes, they also had like bigger quads than Andrea, but the quads are not the thing that they're looking for, because if that was the only thing they would look for, then Margie would be the champion, right?
Yeah, because Margie, she just one thing on Margie, she has that that C-section scar right there, and that sometimes can affect you. I know one lady who competed in a show. She told me that she had they said that issue with that was a thing that felt like it hurt her because she had a kid, and and she had those. When you have those scars, especially after birth, it doesn't, and especially not as well tapered in. That can be one of the causes of why you don't place as well. And that's what they're looking for. Also in women's bodybuilding, they want that more tapering look, but also they want that graininess look into. That's what they want to separate women's bodybuilding from physique. And and they just they need to set up what are the guidelines that they need to go by. Just establish something. We'll show you a picture real quick, and this is from one of my comparison videos. Um, you know, what is I put it up? Let me see. I had it. Wait a minute. Background. That's the wrong one. Um, for the background. Wait a minute. Just get a minute. Pull this. It's the background. No, that's the wrong thing. Wait a minute. See, wait. I put it up here. Give me a second.
Where do you see Mela placing this year?
Mm, all depending how she comes in. She does pretty good at the
Mela looks
rising.
so incredible, man.
Yeah, if I put the pictures out from the Atlanta, and I emailed her link so she can check them out. But if she can come in good condition, she can maybe make top 5 like she did 20 years ago, like 3 years
She
ago.
looked incredible, man.
Yeah, she's
The
incredible.
waist, like her shoulders got a bit bigger, so the X was like just crazy. Like people were like commenting like Michaela was better. Like I never saw Michaela beating her in any shot.
See, Michaela is, she's very short. Like Michaela's not even 5 foot
Hmm.
tall.
She's
She
not
has that.
gifted.
Yeah,
She's just not gifted.
she has a short torso, and she's just really
Hmm.
in a big, wider up and top. She can put on a good amount of muscle, but it just doesn't come in.
The genetics is not there.
Yeah, she's just that's the fact of it. She was a little taller,
Hmm.
and maybe make a
She's
poor.
just a Nick Walker actually. She's kind of like the Nick Walker. Works really hard, but there's not much you can do.
Yeah,
Right?
and that thing is, and
Mhm.
she might if he's lucky, she might crack the top 5 at the Rise of Phoenix. Maybe
There's
crack
no way
10.
this year.
Yeah, crack top 10 at the Olympia, depending on how the other ladies look. Like
If she's qualifying, then only, no?
yeah, but then
Rising
she
Phoenix will be there, but Olympia, I don't think she'll be qualifying this
yeah,
year.
because Tampa's coming up, and I think Melissa Tike said she's going to do Tampa, and I
Mm.
think Jessica Martin said she's going to do Tampa, and so this somebody's still missing, and she hadn't done any show since in Toronto, and that is Teresa
Mhm.
Navasic.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
think she can if she like I saw a post. She did like she's not trying to use any diuretics and things like that. I don't know why you're like doing that just because just a few days ago you lost, right? Now you're saying that because of you cannot use diuretics, but you can use other all kinds of drugs. Then why not diuretics? Like
Mhm.
it doesn't make any sense. She was trying to make an excuse out of it. I really don't get it.
Well,
Now I can
see,
ask you something. Like that in your knowledge of diuretics, you think it's healthy for a bodybuilder to use it, or
Absolutely. See, absolutely not. Well, all
no.
the drugs, it's not healthy. Okay, diuretics is something that you see, Angela. Okay, they take in a lot of like gears and stuff. You see, Sarisa never get that shredded, like Julia maybe. Like there's a different look that Michaela has. There's a different look that Sherry has. Like all these women like abuse diuretics. Okay, they really get like that peel conditioning that comes from a lot of drugs, and
Hmm.
uh, and that's not healthy. That's absolutely not healthy. Bodybuilding is not healthy in the first sense. So, but not using them, like it's, you cannot make like an excuse like, oh, I don't want to use this drug and so on. So but you're doing bodybuilding, you're like one of the best in the world. Now you cannot make an excuse that you couldn't use that drug, that's why you couldn't win and things like that. So,
Hmm. And then also the fact that the judges want that conditioning look, and that's why you
mhm.
see,
Yeah,
especially in division like physique, you look over there, those girls have to be
yeah,
conditioned because they have to be totally different from women's
yeah.
bodybuilding. If you don't have that vascular
They're just standing
peel look,
between life and death,
yeah,
Natalia.
yeah, you don't have that vascular peel look. Like some women they do try to do the natural way, but the natural way is
Mhm,
not as popular. It's a lot harder to place as well. And
mhm,
but even those women who try to look natural, they had to do a little something because you want to come in peeled like that. You
mhm,
had to do a little something. You try some kind of natural diuretic, but not that many are out there, unless you just eat prunes or something like that, or that's going to give you shits. So this is from a man JW. He says, "I think Christina will play third at the Miss O. Then
yeah.
Angela is second, and Andrea first. I think yeah. I
I,
think
I think
I
I
would.
think Sherry will beat her. Sherry will place ahead of Christina. I think so.
I think it's gonna
Sherry was
be.
incredible.
I think if Hella doesn't come in conditioning, the one thing about Hella, she's never really comes in as that last Olympia, she was really off. And one I
Yeah.
follow, Bronca looked great. Bronca should have got third.
Oh, it
She
was
looked great.
something.
I talked to Bronca. We talk on social media now and then on IG. She's over
Mhm.
in Croatia. She's put out some pictures a while ago. She looks great. She
Yeah.
should have kept on competing. I know she wanted to retire for personal reasons. I'm saying that, but she looks amazing. She could have probably won maybe the showing. But we're gonna go back to say about Chicago. And the list was only 6 ladies to this show. I was like, wow, six? I mean, this usually be a bigger show, but the thing is, the Rising Phoenix does not have the ambassador program. And with that, a lot of these ladies that were ambassadors were mostly getting paid to compete. And also, they had the booths and they got paid and they were getting their little money that was helping for travel expenses, all that. But now without the ambassador program, the numbers have been very low. We had I think New York and Vancouver were probably bigger with the bigger lineup. But I think Vancouver had at least 8. I think New York had about 10, and then you had Portugal. A lot of ladies don't going to fly out, go to the other side of the world to compete in the show. But I'm surprised people like Julia Furry or Jay Fuchs or a couple others could have done that show. I mean, but it's not here. But we have here. This is the top 5 ladies we have here. You got Jessica Martin right here. You have here Christina Mendoza, Winnie Sanchez. That's Miss Keeney Squarey, and Melissa Tyke, and right here is Miss Maria Monica Vega, and 6 was who's like yeah it says the 6 ladies, and you know like I said, I'm surprised none of the heavy hitters came to the show. Like most definitely about Teresa Vasic, Keisha Oliver. She hadn't competed since the Vancouver show. Um, No, I think Donna's focused on the Romanian, the show in Romania. Um, I always thought Michaela might try to shoot this show, but she's gonna stick in her. She lives in Florida, so she's taking away on Tampa. And you know, who else? Who else do you think should have done this show?
Um, I think Branca's retired, right?
Yeah, Brackets retired. Yes, yeah. Blanca would probably done good if she done a show. I think she would have done good.
Yeah, but I don't. I never saw. I could never see her beating Christina. Then Christina
Mm.
was like, she was like picture perfect. But I'm talking like talking her to the level of Andrea. That's why I'm saying like she has a lot of work to do yet still in
Hmm.
order to get to Andrea.
Yeah, this picture here, I wish I could enlarge it. Let me see if I can enlarge it a little better. Let me see if it is. I can think I can enlarge it a little better. Let me zoom it up some.
I
And
think like what's her name? Jessica Martin, right? She looked outstanding. I think
whoa, wait a minute.
she was freaking incredible. I wouldn't have been shocked if it went to her, the title. It was really close.
Yeah, it
The
was real
back shots
close.
she was beating her. The back shots, she Jessica
Mm-hmm.
Martin was beating her. The conditioning was tighter.
Mm-hmm.
The skin was a bit thinner. Yeah, and she
Mm-hmm.
has that hard, grainy look that Christina didn't have.
Yeah, she has a
She has
good,
a
strong.
different kind of, like like kind of like Andrea, kind of like what I'm trying to say, right? Muscle quality.
Mm-hmm.
Christina is a lot like Andrea. That's what I'm trying to say. She's a lot like Andrea. The way she
But
poses, the way she like does her things. She's a lot like Andrea.
mhm. But she doesn't have those. She still has weak at some spots, especially in the lats and the biceps. And
Uh,
we're talking about here. This is the picture of I saw when she posted Jessica Martin, and this is the picture where I
Yes.
said, I'm telling you, I was for certain I felt like she was going to win this show. Even look at her quads, just seeing what you see in the dress. You don't really see the whole details of it, but just where she looks,
Yeah.
she looked like she could have. I mean, and she's really put on some size because she hadn't competed since the 2021 Omaha, where she took second to Michaela, you know, and she really put on some size since then. She's been training, working out, you know. She just did a photo session with Sean Nelson right here. I mean, she looked great. I mean, like I
that's not
said,
some size. That's a lot of size.
yeah,
That's
she put on a good amount because she was a physique competitor. She switched to bodybuilding, I think, about
yeah.
3 or 4 years ago. She won Puerto
Mhm.
Rico, and she was able to qualify for the Rising Phoenix that year. And I think she did at least two Rising Phoenix before she dropped out after 2021. Because I remember I was talking with her. She had gotten Corona that in 2021, so she couldn't compete. She was out. She was sick. She was down,
Mhm.
and she just training, working out. She's a mom. She has a son. She lives out around the up around the Pacific Northwest. That's around like people like she worked. Sheila Black. Sheila just had an operation a while back. Shout out to her. She said she's
Mhm.
gonna supposed to get out of her bandages in a few days, and she's doing therapy. But I'm telling you, I felt most definitely. I thought she's gonna take it, but it's like that.
Yeah.
Like everybody talking about how
The,
McKayla's
the
gonna win in
delts, the
Atlanta.
delts were much bigger.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
delts were like popping. Linda
yeah,
Murray kind of delts.
yeah. And
Mhm.
I think I felt like you know I think Melissa Tyke still needs to
Melissa
work on
was
a few things.
incredible.
Yeah,
She just needs more size. She needs
mm,
a 1 year off. At least 2 years to pack on that size. She doesn't have the size yet. She absolutely doesn't
yeah.
have it.
Uh, the lines look pretty good. There was a lot of, like I said, some of the pictures you look at. These are just the in this when they're training, working out, building, and developing. But she was getting, in my mindset, she was getting a little too big for physique after that last Olympia.
Hmm. She's kind of in the middle. She doesn't have a place to go at this moment, but
Hmm.
she needs a lot of size, like 20 pounds of more muscle maybe would be okay for her.
Yeah, and
Now
she
women's
did.
bodybuilding is actually, it's the level of competition is rising, like everybody is getting better, so it's not an easy task for everybody, like okay, like there are less athletes, let me jump in from women's bodybuilding because there are low quality athletes and shit like that.
Hmm. Yeah, and then like I said, also with the factor that the Wings of Strength is not don't have the bachelor program. that helped a lot of competitors who were working the booths and making the money, and they could pay travel like that. It costs it costs much money to travel. This is from a man. You know, you know, Jane Warrior 1000. He says, "I love Ash, Mila Ash.
Layla
I love her
Ash.
too. I love
Oh,
Mila
I
too.
love her too.
Yeah.
She's very
Also,
beautiful. She just followed me a few days
oh
ago.
wow. I know I sent some emails to her, and she, I was trying to get her for an interview, but she said she was busy. And, and I understood. Well, I sent her some emails, wish her good luck. She sent me say thank you, and and just, she's just a great person. Also, he says JW says, Michaela Aycock couldn't have possibly got the win at ATL Pro, but it was
Mhm.
close. Mela won, and she deserved it. Okay, that's fair.
It was
Also,
not close. It was
oh,
not close.
Hella announced she's not doing the Miss Olympia this year on the Fit Rockstar
Yeah,
podcast
yeah,
because
yeah. Yeah, he's right.
what?
Yeah, he's right. He's right. I saw
What?
the podcast. I saw the podcast. I was about to
What?
tell you.
Oh, what? Oh, wow. Wow.
She's getting bigger, and she did a lot of things, stuff to her face. My God,
Mm.
her face, like her face got completely changed. Did you see her surgery?
No, I
All of
seen
her
she.
like
I said
Botox and
I
stuff.
posted stuff for her birthday. She said thank you, appreciated that. And I seen some. I remember I seen some birthday, but I haven't seen anything new lately. And her birthday was like the first of this month. It was early this month. I think it was the 9th when she had a birthday. That's been a couple of weeks, but that means that cuts the number down to nearly 10 competitors.
Yeah,
Because you think about it,
Saffron.
you got one or two, and this is shit. This is the shit that really piques me. They can keep top five
Hmm.
for men's bodybuilding, 212, but
Hmm.
cut top five for women's bodybuilding, and now number three's not there. It's just
Then it's
because you think
crime.
about it. I'd like this. If they kept the top five, I don't think Margie would have retired. She would have kept on competing and just eventually quit when she was ready. And I think Bronco would have probably competed because she had a guarantee. They both would have a guaranteed spot at the Olympia. With no guaranteed spot, there's no point of them doing any
Hmm.
competition. And I think I believe that's all we. I believe also that's why you know they placed it's just I mean wow man damn I mean I
So
need
it's
close
like
up.
every year they scoring the women's bodybuilder.
Seem like it,
Like,
but this situation here is just hella dropping out, and what I think Jake would do this because Jake owns the Olympia. He might give a special invite to somebody. He did
Yeah,
last.
he's definitely gonna.
He did last year with Irene Anderson. He might see the girl who was like. He might give an invite to Michaela Aycock.
Yeah,
I think he might.
the lineup will be like incomplete without her.
Yeah, I
So,
think he'll give an invite to her because some. I remember some people said so they usually do it with the men's bodybuilding, but some of the guys didn't take it. But the women opposite beat the Olympia, they're gonna take it. They're not gonna be on this like I didn't earn it like it, but hey, I take it. Also, he says, JW says Christina Mendoza is rocking this hot
hot cut.
Kardashian look with her hair. It's
Yeah,
beautiful
she's
on
very
her.
hot.
Because
Yeah,
she's Cuban, but the Kardashians are Armenian, and in that part of the world, Armenians are right there. They're between Greece and I think Turkey, and they're descended to Arabic. So they have that. Back then I was a big Kim Kardashian fan because when she first came out, she had this nice little body on her, cute, nice little booty on her, nice shape. And then after a while, she just started, just it started really getting too cartoonish. I
yeah.
mean, I seen the Ray J video too. And, it's like
Oh, you seen that shit?
yeah.
Wow, that's wild.
Yeah.
They pin all that on him. They
Yeah,
pin all that on.
she was involved. Her daddy probably broke the deal because you remember her dad was Robert Kardashian. Robert Kardashian, he
Yeah,
was one of OJ's lawyers and a friend. He brokered that deal.
right.
Come on,
Mm,
he got some out of it. He pimped his daughter out. He got something out of it too. You know.
yeah,
But here also JW says, um, Jessica Martin sure as well got potential to be a major athlete and predicting next year she will be qualified for the Olympia. Well, I think she might do she might do Tampa, but I'm hearing some rumblings that I don't know if she's gonna compete again or not, especially with the cost of competing and everything else. It's just tough. Also, he has here, um, BlizzTalk is. I think next year she has a chance to make a star too. But like I said, Roy said, I think she needs more time to stew a bit. She maybe needs to sit a year or two out and really put on a little more size. And I think with Roy, he's a little bit. I bow to his expertise. He knows this stuff like my man Sean. My man Sean Stewart. Sean, he really knows this stuff too. I
So
think we have.
Roy's your Tim Drake.
Yeah, Roy's Tim Drake, and you're Jason Todd. Everybody hate Jason
Yeah.
Todd, and they killed him. Tim is smart. This is how you break down the four Robins. Dick is the true successor, in my opinion, because he.
It's the what?
Dick Grayson is a true successor, even though Damien's his son.
Oh, that's true.
Dick is a true successor to the mantle of the Bat, because he was the first Robin. He had a very athletic skill. He also kind of like Bruce. He took his time, went around the world, studied a little bit, and improved on some things. Dick,
he became Nightwing.
Yeah, Dick may not as a has the determination of Bruce, but he has enough of it. He's a decent enough detective. Tim, he's a little bit more like he's more of the brain.
Computer smart, yeah.
He's very smart. His detective is that almost like of Bruce's. With Jason, he was just Bruce just didn't really. He just didn't. He was already raw. He was already jaded, and he just want to prove himself something, and that was that he needed to take time to grow and develop. He wasn't ready for it. And then you try to take on something like the Joker, that was a bad move.
Yeah,
and Damien,
he fucked him up.
Yeah, and Damien, is the grandson of Ra's al Ghul. He was trained by the League of Assassins.
Yeah,
he has the skill set, and he has he can do he doesn't have that same logic of not killing like his father, but he could have, but like I said, if something happened to Dick or Damien, Dick or Tim, more likely he's going to be the Batman.
Right.
I don't know, Jason.
Let me ask you something. Like, why don't you have because you seem like you're a little knowledgeable in comic. I don't know how knowledgeable, but you seem a decent amount. Like, why don't you have a YouTube channel with the I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there.
I gotta get myself another, if I do like that, I need another email address and stuff like that, and that's just a lot of every now and then I talk about comics on here every now and then, but not as often like I used to anymore because I focus a lot more on the bodybuilding stuff and like that. But here we are here. This is from JW says, quite disappointed that Hell Trevino is not competing this year at the Miss Olympia. Your reaction, George, is the same way I felt. Yeah, I like Hella. Great body, great physique. She still has some things that I think she's been thinking about stepping away from bodybuilding. Because I know before that surgery, she was planning, from what I hear, that year was going to be her last year, supposedly. But
how many surgeries she has so far? Because
that was that shoulder surgery. That shoulder surgery was the right about the first of last year, and then she has some cosmetic stuff he done here and there. It's just a lot of stuff. But I follow on social media. I think she's great. It says Hella is one of my favorite IFB women's bodybuilding athletes. It's a bummer. Yeah, it's a bummer. So anyway, we're gonna get back in Chicago a little bit more, and it was, like I said, not a strong show compared to in the past. Usually had a good amount of women. I remember there was that year. I remember back in 2021, it was Patty Hansen who won the Miss International back in 2020. She was on stage. I remember Jenna telling me she was there that when she was on stage. The girl was dying. She was sweating. She like she was gonna faint on stage. There's a video out there showing her.
Yeah, she passed out, right? Yeah, I seen that.
She passed out later after the show, and but we had
it was one one bodybuilder. She passed out. I don't know if the same one you're talking about, but she passed out on stage.
That's Jennifer Seda. I did an interview with her last year, Jennifer Seda.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she passed out. Was it the 2006 Olympia? That she was like in between. I think it was Jeannie Pepperone and Rosemary Jennings, and then
Yeah,
they had to carry her off. And I
Well,
even talked
that
about that.
just
yeah.
goes to show one thing, that being a bodybuilder is just so hard. So because my brother is a bodybuilder, so I see these things. He like he completely went blackout just 1 hour. I like we were like searching for him. Where is he? Like after a few hours, we saw that he's lying on the floor, blackout completely.
Mm,
You
Hmm.
know, it's really hard to
mm.
be a bodybuilder. It's a very hard lifestyle choice, and
Yeah, yeah. It's not
the
well.
craziness has to be there in
Yeah,
order to get more.
you have to be really committed and passionate to the sport. You just
Yeah.
and the thing is, you
Can
have to
you
have a
just
love for it.
imagine the suffering that Michaela goes through? Like keeping the being at that level of body fat. It's definitely harmful, but the commitment, like it's just insane that
Yeah,
she has. Michaela is outstanding,
Mm.
actually.
yeah. Well, as you know, they do have it. Yesterday was it that Saturday they had a show, which was the Miss International, and as you know, Miss International back in the day was a pro show. And back in 2013, after 2013, Arnold walked right behind him, wins bodybuilding, stabbing the heart. We both know a lady that was supposed to be competing in this show, and that was Hannah Hussein. But Hannah dropped out because it was just her
Oh
and
yeah.
another competitor.
Oh
And I
yeah.
even
She
told
was
Hannah,
telling me. No, go ahead.
yeah, you go ahead. We say,
No, I was talking to her. She wasn't really feeling it from what she was telling me. She didn't tell me everything in the detail, but she just felt that it wasn't enough people there, so that's why she
yeah,
just
that
dropped
was the
out.
thing with another people. But hey, you could have won. You could have been the pro card. I understand that you want to be
I
competitive,
don't
but
know, man. Like I didn't say anything. I was like,
I,
okay,
well, anyway, officially, her name is Taylor. How to say her name is Araki, I think it is something like that. She hit last year at nationals in the women's bodybuilder. She was second behind Salika, who took third at the Atlanta show. She was competing in wellness, but she decided to compete in women's bodybuilding at the nationals. She's a coach and trainer. She trains that guy Caesar from Black Inc. He competes now in bodybuilding. She
oh
took
yeah,
Yeah, there's pictures of them
oh
together. Like,
she trained Caesar from Black Ink.
yeah, I think it should.
Oh,
Let
I
me
didn't know
see.
that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's pictures of them together, and she came in, and it was just her and Hannah. And I was like, "What?" Usually, you get, but I think now, like I said again, the women's strength is not backing as much. And a lot of ladies who were like, I think one lady who was a competitor competed one year was a anesthesia rider, and she was a women's strength ambassador. She wasn't even a pro yet, but she was an ambassador.
Mm.
I'm saying, how can you become a pro? You're not even an ambassador. So Taylor is now officially, and it should be right here. And here's a picture.
Oh, okay.
This is her, and this is Caesar right here. Look, he has the man titties,
Yeah.
and he started competing.
Okay.
Yeah, he did a few shows here
Yeah, I
and
didn't
there.
know that.
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
not know that.
He don't own the Blank Ink anymore. It's a guy Puma. He's running it
Yeah, I
now.
know. Yeah, I know. I seen the latest episodes. I haven't seen the past week episodes, but I've seen the this season. I know.
Yeah, and now she is now IFB Pro, and that's her with Steve Weinberger, Beth Francis' husband. Now she's an IFB
Mm.
Pro, and she's qualified for the Rising Phoenix, because it's usually it's 19 competitors plus the Rising Phoenix winner, and I don't know. Last couple of years
Oh
I
my
hadn't
God.
had.
She's gonna be destroyed if she decides to jump in.
Yeah. Well, she like I say,
It's tailor made. That's something.
that's her name is Taylor Araki. I think Aragi or Aragi
She's gonna get
Aragi.
mauled.
Yeah. Well,
I'm gonna just
hey,
call her Taylor.
that's Taylor. Yeah, but
She's-
she can get ball. But hey, it's an opportunity to go to the Rising Phoenix. She may not get it again, so it's an invite. So
Yeah.
I will just go ahead and take it. So many other women who have won the Miss International the last 2 years. None of the ladies who won the overall had competed at the Miss International. But if she goes, she gets to meet people, get to make connections. You know, she's not there. She knows she's not going to win because come on, you get Andrea there, you got all these others
Andrea,
there. You know, you
Mm.
know,
Kovaleva.
Kovaleva, Natalia Kovaleva. You got, you know, but she's young and she wanted it and she took it. Hannah could
Yeah.
have probably won it. I understand you want to be competitive, but at the
She
same
said she
time,
was gonna. She said she was gonna explain it like when she if she get her pro card and she'll talk to followers and stuff like that why she did it
yeah, I
from
was
what
talking
she
to some
told
ladies.
me. So
I was talking to some ladies who did the Pittsburgh team collegiate and masters, and someone said, you know what, they should have done this show because they competed, didn't get their pro cards. A bunch of women get their pro cards. That thing, I don't know if there was the cost of traveling or whatever, or they didn't know about the Miss International, but they should have. All you need is, like I say, at least 5 competitors, and all you need is just. You don't need all three classes. You don't need, you don't need you really you just need lightweight and heavyweight. You don't really need middle because the last couple of Rises Miss Internationals, they didn't have the middleweight. Back in the day, you had all three. And all you had to do is win in your class, and you're a pro. And after that, you just do an overall show, and then you get to invite to the Rising Phoenix. Here we got here JW saying, do we see any qualified women bodybuilders for the Miss Olympia that is a legitimate potential threat to Andrea so far on the list?
Kovaleva.
I don't think so.
Kovaleva. Absolutely.
Yes, one thing, she does have the size, but
She
one
has a
thing,
size, and if she just gets conditioned, like
yeah,
if she
that's
hits it,
mhm.
she's very dangerous. She's very, very
But also
dangerous.
one thing you got to factor is her tits are too large.
Yeah.
That they want you to have breasts, but when it's too big, it takes the distraction away from your physique. Like this is why people like Bubba Caridi. She stopped competing because she said that they said that her breasts were hurting her because because her breasts were so big. Some say that
but
was
but
one.
Alicia Young
Alicia Young, that's a good example.
beat Andrea once.
Yeah,
Remember?
but she beat her in
Yeah.
Chicago. But when they went to
She
Rising, she took
Yeah,
she
she's
was 10th.
dominated.
She was 10th on the
mm,
list, while Andrea was a little bit higher.
mm,
Yeah.
It's about judging, and the judges at a show like
Yeah.
Olympic qualifier is not going to be the same as the judges at the Olympia.
They,
They might have maybe
they could have got a smaller one. Yeah.
yeah. Like if you look at it again, like how people saying that Michaela's going to win Atlanta, but she won it last year. But who she competed? She had Leah Denny, she had Shaquita Marino. Who else was that list? Julia Furry. Tamara looked pretty good. I was talking to Tamara how why she wasn't in. She was in the top 5, the first call outs for prejudging, but then when they did the finals, Shaquita took a place. It was about the quality of athlete she had, and Leah Denny has done pretty good, but she still
Mm.
is a woman who's in her better part of her. There she is.
that's
These
the joke thing.
telemarketers. She's still a better part of her
uh,
50s. And and I know some ladies said they rather
Mm.
do the there was 7 ladies for this show in Chicago, but one lady, she just did the masters part. She did like I think 55 and over. She's from Paraguay. I forgot how to say her name, but she competed I think at a show a while back. But there was at least 7 female bodybuilders, but there was only 6 that competed in open, and she competed in one of the master shows. And but yeah, the
Man,
tag.
if Celica gets shredded, Celica Javan, she's really great. She's very complete.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I
very
talked to
close to
her.
Andrea.
She has potential, brother. I'm
Yeah,
telling you. I
she
mean,
has a lot of potential. Exactly that. She
yeah,
was there.
yeah.
Absolutely.
because you know what, she was overweight
Mhm.
and she lost a lot of that weight,
Yeah,
Mm.
and
so she dirty bulked.
yeah,
Okay.
and and she looked great. She won the qualification nationals, and I didn't know she
Mhm.
was doing Atlanta, but she is from Georgia, so she probably wanted to. And
Mhm.
usually, some ladies will wait. Let me give me a year or two, and let me grow and develop, and then I'll make my
Uh-huh.
pro debut down the road. If her conditioning was on point, her
Yeah, yeah.
size
She
was great.
would beat she would beat both of them, Michaela and Maida both. I
Yeah,
would agree.
she just has to bring her conditioning.
Just to be on
And
point.
that's the thing is that conditioning, in fact, is very important. She has a good amount of size,
Yeah.
especially the
And
shoulders.
once somebody has the size, the conditioning, it's just a matter of time when they nail it. So that's why
Yeah,
I think Kovaleva is definitely a threat to Andrea.
yeah. But the thing is, like I said, she has the size, but what? It said again, what's going
Eh,
to hurt Natalia is
I don't think it will hurt her because what they're actually judging is the upper like the middle and the upper part of the pectoralis. So because for the women, the lower part of the pecs are like always hidden. Doesn't matter if you have tits or not. But the upper ones like they're visible. So I don't think it will hurt her that much because Margie also had like really big ones. But
well, Margie. They were big, but not at that big.
yeah. Like
He
one
literally.
implant was bigger than the other, so it
Well,
was
she
kind of
had she had one problem. One had was there
yeah.
was a kind of like drooping because she had to get it fixed. You
What are
know,
we talking about?
yeah, she had to get it fixed because she
That's
was
a
like,
lot of work, man.
yeah, it was concaved as they call it because you always got every so often have to get those things done, but Natalia is way big. She has gotten big over. She has gotten big over
Mhm.
time, and I think yes, if she does well, she might make top two, top three, but I honestly don't see her beaten. I'm going to be honest with you. I will see her beating
No,
Andrea.
this year I don't think she'll beat Andrea because
Mm-hmm.
of the guns. Andrea has outstanding arms.
Yeah, and this is a
Nobody has
picture.
those arms except Mela, I would say.
Yeah, and it's a
That's
picture
the
right
thing.
here of Salika, and look at her
Um,
arms. Just if she,
she's outstanding.
yeah, if she just had a little bit, I think if a little bit better taper, and maybe
Mhm.
bring condition in the quads.
The taper is there. It's just the conditioning she needs to nail.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
So
What's a
everything is there.
taper?
Taper is
I don't
is
know.
the waistline. You
The
want that.
waistline?
Everything is
Okay.
there.
Yeah, you want the waistline to come in like you want that V taper where the waistline comes in and have that little point at the end. That's what you want.
Mhm.
Okay.
You want the
Her
wide.
arms are as big as Andrea. It's
You want the wide back and the big lats. You want a small waist. You look at somebody like Natalia Cuejo, how she has that big broad
oof,
shoulders
out-
and that
outstanding.
small tiny waist.
The best. I would say
Mhm.
the
Well,
best women competitor.
I'm hearing some stuff that is that Sarah Vick is saying that Natalia is talking about
Ah,
her.
yeah. No, no, no. She's just shitting. She's just shitting on
Uh-huh. Well, I
it.
just I know one of my little birdies sent me a thing. It was from Sarah's IG. I think it was in her what's the face, how she was saying how quit telling her quit sending those was how you say like quit getting fake accounts and sending me this and that and
Uh-huh.
yeah,
I don't believe that. That's
I don't know, like I said, you're a rich man's wife, why you worry about this girl? She's broke, so
uh,
focus
it's,
what you.
yeah. Why worry about them? Exactly.
Yeah, but like I said, it's all depending what the judges are looking for. As they said again, they want certain things, certain aspects. Natalia might do good next year, or it can be like the situation what happened with um Alina and Iris those last two Olympias. How
I think everybody's beautiful right now. Nobody's as like we don't have that kind of like Iris Sky kind of look anymore.
okay,
Mm.
whether we're really okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
more or less everybody's pretty.
in the real world, that sounds my son. Here, my man J Dub said, yeah, George, you're right about Natalia breasts are too big, looks very cartoonish, like something from a animated graphic deviant art. Yeah, like
The
I said,
next one.
I'm not a be all boob man. I mean, I like a nice pair, but I mean, if y'all saw Isabel Terrell lately,
Yeah, it might hurt her in the sport, so
Isabel, I mean, I saw her. She looked great when she competed at Savannah last year. She has gone. I don't think she's compete. I don't know. I know some people say that she's training, but I don't think she's seriously going to compete this year. I think she's now she's focused on her live stream and her podcast, and she's doing stuff.
yeah.
I like
Shakira
Isabel.
has a lot of potential, I would say. She's tall.
Who
She has the lower body, like the upper body just needs to come up.
who?
Christina did the work, right? And
Hmm.
she was also sitting at home. She could have done it. She just didn't do it.
Yeah, but I know some people talk to Christina just needs some work. She's still, it's you have
Yeah,
between.
she's right there. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think she's. I don't. She's on the list for the Rise of Phoenix. I don't think so. Try to,
There's no way.
yeah, and
Nobody's touching Andrea. Nobody's touching Andrea.
no, Andrea's gonna be a tough nut to crack. I think
Mhm.
Andrea could either, tie with Linda or surpass Iris. It's one of the two.
Yeah. Surpassing Iris? I don't think so. But
Yeah, it'd be hard, but
Linda,
she can probably surpass Corey Everson and maybe tie with Linda.
Linda.
Yeah, it's I think the one person probably gonna have the record is gonna be Sydney Gillen. I think she's gonna have the most Olympia wins for a woman because she's already
Uh,
has
I think she's getting beaten this year. She's getting beat this year.
you know. Or who think
Yeah.
gonna beat Sydney?
Cherish.
Cherish Richardson.
Yeah,
I think
she's better. She's better.
let me pull her up a little bit. I saw her. She competed in New York about
She's incredible, man.
yeah. I and she kind of has that like a
Mhm.
how when
She's very sharp. She's very sharp. Not like very conditioned, but she has like a different kind of sharpness to her body.
yeah.
So and the abs are more like symmetrical, and at that level they look at everything. So there are
Yeah.
some attributes to her physique which is prettier than Sydney. So I think she will be taking her down this year. Maybe this is just my prediction.
You don't think Lola Montez has a chance?
No, no way. Lola would be good for physique because like her quads are just outgrown and they're just not like willing to change the criteria. Just like physique is like she's setting the standard for 6 years, but physique is changing after like Shani like lost the title. But like somebody has to be there like with the same attributes as Sydney, but just a bit better. And I think Cherish has that. So
Yeah, like I
Lola
said,
outgrew the division absolutely.
well, Lola
She
has
replied to
promoted.
one of my comments just a few days ago. So
Mhm.
she said she doesn't want to go to physique because she loves the hills and shit. So she told me that, like, I was like,
I
girl,
read.
you can't do it.
I did an interview with Lisa Baelish, and she said she don't want to go with physique because she likes the high heels. I've talked to some ladies who compete in physique and bodybuilding say they are glad out of those damn high heels. I know one lady. I remember we were talking about how they might change the criteria for women's physique, and she says
Mhm.
she knows that if they do, she might go up to women's bodybuilding. She don't want to go up to women's bodybuilding and she don't want to go to figure because she don't want to wear those damn high heels. But either you try to pull back the muscle a little bit and try to squeeze yourself in physique, or you might wear those damn high heels because she's tall. She's a tall woman and she's a big girl too.
Yeah.
So you if they change the criteria in women's physique about weight and height and stuff like that, you have no
Mhm.
choice. You either have to pull back, drop a lot of
Yeah,
size, and go
yeah,
down to
that's
figure,
true. Mhm.
or really put on more size and go to women's bodybuilding. I know they always keep saying about the whole thing about femininity, the whole thing
Yeah,
about femininity, but it's like we start evolving, growing as an athlete.
yeah.
You can't keep yourself in the division because I
I
like the
like
division.
this. That's a
Oh yeah,
obsession.
she has a pretty face, a great physique. She kind of straddles between Sydney and Lola.
Hmm.
Yeah. There's a good chance she might, or she might, I think Jessica P is ready. It's time for her to retire because you know what, she's
Mhm.
she's getting too big. And she competed in physique for a minute, Jessica.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Jessica Reyes, yeah.
yeah,
At that time, physique was much smaller, like way smaller at that time.
that was like I think 3 or 4 years ago when she did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, the division's evolving. If
Yeah,
you look
there's
at
too many unnecessary developments too.
yeah, if you look at like I
Childish,
said,
which is
yeah, but like I said, Lola,
Lola is actually a very special athlete. She should move up, absolutely.
yeah, I reached out to her a while
She looked
back.
great in physique.
Hey, let me pull it. I thought I got the see. I reached out to her for an
Uh-huh.
interview. I hope she was getting back to me. As I said, what,
Yeah.
and I said, no, I'm not going to chase after her. I just,
But I think Natalia is losing this year for physique.
yeah, because
There's
I
no way.
think, yeah,
Yeah, she's
Natalia,
outgrowing. She's outgrowing. She's getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
yeah,
She
his
she's going
Lola,
to women's
yeah,
bodybuilding
his
next
Lola
year.
at Toronto, uh, early this month, no, early last
Yeah,
month.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, if she had a little more size, she could go with
Yeah,
physique.
she's getting bigger, way bigger.
But she's like more taller, leaner, um, petite. But yeah, you can really see she's getting those muscle bellies. And
The quads is just growing, the
look at the
quads.
calves. Those high heels can
Yeah.
really build your calves.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Mm.
you know. And she posts a lot of stuff. This is. I,
Mm.
Yeah, very
I,
naughty,
oh
very
wow!
naughty.
Look at her calves. Look at how big they are right here. Wow. She she's not that far. Hey, who's that like pat like a dog right now? I just heard somebody like something says pat like a
Mhm.
dog. When I showed the picture, but it's about how to develop, you know. But Chicago, so again, was not as
Mm,
you
yeah,
know these shows are the big problem is why we have so few competitors. These shows, as I said again, the ambassador program is gone. And that BASA program helped a lot of ladies have who make a little change for themselves. They also were able to compete and travel because they were paid to travel. But now with that gone, you're gonna see. I think Tampa is gonna be that show that they're gonna everybody's gonna jump on it because now that the,
yeah.
the the numbers is only like Tampa and Europa left because with
Yeah,
the Master Show is an invite
yeah,
and with the Rising Phoenix unless Jake said, what, he gives the qualifications of the next person in line. Now, if it's Mela, then no point giving the Mela. She already got the qualifications of Olympia.
yeah.
If it's maybe Michaela, and if Michaela doesn't win at Tampa, then he'll probably give it to her. Or I was talking to Leah Denny. I was when she was going to do any show.
Yeah.
She said she was thinking about doing that show in Portugal, but she wasn't lean enough.
Yeah,
And
she can get conditioned really
mhm,
well.
yeah, and
I like when she we wear them dresses on IG.
the little skirts and stuff, and she got glasses like some hot
Yeah,
teacher. Yeah,
yeah, she look nice.
yeah, she's an attractive woman. I've been trying to get her on my show, like, I just wait. I just like buy my time and wait because she, I know some people, I know some people, I know people, and eventually might say something. But we do have some. I think this week we have a pro qualifier coming up. That is the USA's in Vegas. I know a young lady, Hannah Stevie, she's competing this show. Another young lady who I've done an interview with, a couple ladies who I've done interviews with are competing this show. I hope they do get their pro cards. We can use a lot of young, fresh blood coming into bodybuilding now. With the show in Pittsburgh that was over the weekend, that was a lot more older competitors. You know, the master shows are growing in numbers because there's a lot of women who are coming into sport. A lot of men who come into sport later in life. Shira Priyami's boyfriend, Chris News, he didn't do too well. I was talking to her. He I think he got fourth in men's open and heavyweight. He said he's gonna
But then you wanted to talk to him?
yeah. You know, I said I want to talk to him. So we'll just wait down the line. Maybe try to get him on. Maybe before Sherry does the Olympia. I might reach out and see if
Yeah,
Chris want to come on.
I thought he was the one that you was talking to. I didn't realize that
No,
that
no,
was
that
Asana.
Oksana's husband,
Asana's, yeah, Asana, yeah. Yeah, I
Oksana.
didn't at first. I thought, yeah, I know. At first, I thought that was Sherry Priami's because I remember you wanted to talk with him and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, I say if you like, whenever he wants to come back after his show, and you want to come on and talk and share his experience, it'd be, he's welcome. Like I talked with Autumn, Autumn, and then
Yeah, that
also
was a
Ursula.
good interview.
Yeah, 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 it's good. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I also Ursula Morrow, her boyfriend. He just competed at Chicago in the amateur show. He took fourth in his bodybuilding. I forget it was
so you
heavyweight.
gonna do some guys now? You gonna mix it up with guys?
I
Not
might
a
if
lot,
not
but
then
you
not if not then because I
once
had
in a while.
yeah I had like had a man Big Keith on here sometimes and then talk
Yeah,
to Sean, the two Sean, a man Sean,
yeah,
Stewart and Sean Nelson. You had guys on your show, so yeah.
yeah. I'm just saying. I didn't have bodybuilders though, but
Well, like I said,
just saying.
these guys, it's great to talk to these guys too, because you know what, many of them, especially the ones that are in relationships, married or engaged or living with these women,
Right,
and you really want to get to shore, like with Autumn and Oksana, how they found each other
right,
and they fell in love, and
right.
come and they left Russia, come to here, and his what I wanted to interview him before then, because I want to talk to him, and get his mindset, wait, because but then when I saw that video about him when he got the virus, that really, really got my interest.
Yeah,
This man had caught one of the most dangerous viruses that ever hit this country in 100 years, and he
yeah,
survived. He was told that
yeah,
he should have been dead, but he survived.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, fellas, gentlemen, what else you want to talk about right here before we head out? What's your thoughts on the upcoming
Mhm.
Tampa?
I don't know. Actually,
Who's doing the show? Who's doing the show?
Well, most definitely, I know Michaela's doing it because she already said it. They actually, Linda Murray, when her and Alina were doing the critique, said it. I think Melissa Tyke might be doing it. Maybe
No,
just come.
Melissa's not beating her.
Hmm?
Melissa's not beating her.
Oh, she's not doing
Melissa
Tampa.
needs a lot of work to do.
Well, that's what I heard. I'm just hearing what my little birds are telling me. I think
yeah. I got a
Jessica might.
question for you, Roy. I'm sorry, George. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Nah, I wanted to like do you see like I don't know I asked you this before, but do you see like bodybuilders from female bodybuilders in India where you from, or you try to reach out to one?
Um, reaching out, like, over here, like, people maintain a bit of, like, celebrity status, like more celebrities status actually, because they're a bit, how to say, like, they're a bit more glorified, like, than from the USA's, I would say. Over here, like there are very few, you know
Yeah,
and the population is, like, what our population is, right? So there are very very few over here, like, there is only one from here, one or two around, maybe, like, very less people, like in my state there is very less people, and it's a huge ass country, so you know it's hard to
oh,
reach out. There is one female bodybuilder who's really good, Geeta Saini. So
mm,
I think George follows her. I think I saw it.
No, good.
So she's really great. Just very few female bodybuilders are over here. Not like that great kind of athletes,
yeah,
like
yeah.
Olympians
I,
and
I
things like that.
I see like on IG, I see like a IG page of Indian bodybuilders, female Indian bodybuilders. That's why I'm
The
asking.
female ones are not like
That's
that good.
Hmm.
yeah. I mean, they kind of they tough. Like I was trying to like reach out to like few of them. Like I got like one. I remember I talked to one lady. She live in Dubai now, but she was
Uh-huh.
competing in India and stuff, and she was telling me how it is in India. Like they got like bikini, and I think that's the
Yeah,
only
they are not
category.
like, yeah, because over here, like, the women generally do not like step up. to that level.
Yeah,
So it's more
yeah,
like bikini and like figure, not more than that. Like figure is like the
yeah.
biggest, the
Yeah,
biggest
I mean,
curve
but
in
some of
there.
them are impressive. I mean, I don't know. I just they just they just caught my interest just looking at some of them. So you know,
Yeah, Geeta Saini is the only female bodybuilder like who's like really big. Like that's the only quality athlete we have in India.
you ever heard of one called Visa, something like that? I don't know if I'm saying that right.
Kashma Maharaj, Kashma Maharaj, Kashma
Say that
Maharaj,
again.
Kashma Maharaj. Like she did an
Yeah,
interview
I
with.
know that. Yeah, I know her. Yeah, I know that
Mm-hmm.
one. I know her. Yeah, and there's
Mm-hmm.
this other one. She's called the Shredder.
Like
I
what's her
don't know,
name?
but she's the she. It's not her actual name, but she calls herself the Shredder. She's on IG. DUH Shredder. She's just like I
Uh-huh.
think she's an upcoming like she. I don't know if she's pro level, but she seemed like
Uh-huh.
yeah she's I mean she's nice. I mean she's nice. She has a nice
Like
physique. So,
which division is she competing in?
I have no idea. I think maybe bikini because I think they don't have like
Yeah,
I think they have like bikini and
yeah, and well,
what
bikini and figure.
figure yeah maybe either
Figure.
one of those two yeah.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So, but you can
Like
go. I
it's
mean
just a Miss India.
you can go you could type in the shredder on IG. So her name
Let's
is
see. Right.
yeah, so,
What happened to this shit?
So yeah,
Mhm.
it was
By the way, I just wanted to ask you one thing. Ask you guys. Did you see the interview? Not the interview. Sorry, the episode of Femflex Friday where they were discussing about Natalia Pollo.
no,
Linda
was
Murray
it
was saying that she might switch. She might switch in a few years.
because like I say like with the tag, she's just in her late 20s. You know,
26, yeah,
yeah,
25.
26, 26 to
25.
25. I thought she was like
Yeah,
27.
and she's getting really big. She's getting really big now.
Yeah, she don't have no choice but to. She can't stick in in bodybuilding. I mean, in physique much longer. What's going
Yeah,
to happen? Either
she's
uh,
much bigger than Sarah.
yeah,
She's much bigger than Sarah.
actually, my friend of mine, Alicia Flario, Lisa Flario Massa, she competed in bodybuilding a long time ago.
Mhm.
She's a judge now, and she lives in Florida. She lives, I think, around Miami, and she was at an event because she was judging that event, and she saw an Italian. She saw, and that was like that year before she beat. That was that year when she won the title. It was a few months before the
Mhm.
Olympia, and she saw. He told me, George, she's gotten so big. I said, she got so big. I hug her. I need to see how big she was. She knew her for a long time, because Florida
Mhm.
is Florida is a good sized state, but the bodybuilding community is a small community. You always
Mhm.
she goes to shows like she was at a show just the week before. It was a Ty Pope show. So I know Kim Watson did that show last year. She won, and
Uh-huh.
Mana Stuck, she was there working the show, and
Mhm.
and Talia has gotten and Shanique Grant's coming
Mhm.
back, and she's gonna compete in wellness. We got
Yes.
here, man. JW says, I live Lola, and that's who's I'm counting on to possibly beat Sydney. He says, I love Lola. No, no,
Yeah, she's not.
mm,
yeah. He says, Lola lets herself go with the IG posts. Yeah, she goes. Also, if you like, she also has her OnlyFans. That's where she really
Yeah,
goes.
yeah. I don't think she
Lola,
does
Lola, Lola.
explicit stuff over there. Then
Hmm?
I don't think she does like she doesn't post private pictures. I don't think she does the
Mm,
nude ones. I'm talking about nudity.
mm. I don't know. She does have OnlyFans. I saw her.
That's a shame you guys don't talk about like fetishes and stuff like that, like mixed exotic wrestling and all that stuff, man.
Well, I'm
Uh,
not that
dude, I
much
can
into it.
find her.
Huh?
Dude,
Like I said,
I can't find her. Wait, let me send you a request. What's your IG?
DUH
What's your
Um,
IG? What's your IG?
I'm coming. I'm coming. Hanging with Mr. NUGBA Junior. I got
N
like NUGBA N hanging with Mr. NUGBA Junior.
NGBA.
Junior.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
Yeah,
Oh, Halcyon follows you. Oh my God. Right?
yeah.
Is this you?
I
Edward,
can't see it. Yes.
uh, 641 followers, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I just followed you.
It's a girl doing a handstand on a profile picture, right?
She's dressed in
Mm-hmm.
pink.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is you, right? Like a lot of female bodybuilders over here. Yeah, this has to be you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But like I said, we look at this picture here. Oh, Christina.
Ah,
Okay.
you can see
I
the
mean,
guns, the
they
difference.
don't look that different. I mean, she got Andrea got more bigger arms than she do,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah,
they're not that far
Andre's upper
apart.
body. She's the lower body. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when they flare out here in the last spread,
Yeah. I mean, maybe she work on it. Maybe she could. I don't know. What do I know?
yeah.
Um,
What do you know? Yeah.
my
But
God, 5,244 posts.
well,
My God.
but
I'm going through his IG, seeing his all the posts. Like he has a lot of good collections and things.
uh, yeah, I follow him because I started. I've been following for a good
Yeah,
while. He posts a lot of
Yeah.
stuff. A lot of he
yeah.
does
He does a
interviews
lot
with.
of research. He does a lot of research. That's great.
Yeah, he does a lot of research. He enjoys the topics he talk about. And that's the thing is
Yeah,
like you have to do this. You have to enjoy what you're talking about. If
yeah,
you
exactly.
if you don't enjoy it, there's no point talking about it. That's why I
Mhm.
like to talk about female bodybuilders. That's why I talk about I talk about MMA. I don't talk about as much
Yeah,
like I used to every now and then because I'm a fan of it. And enjoy watching the fights. You know, I had last interview I did with was with Britton Hart Beltran, and it's been a while. I mean, I had some back interviews. I was interviewing Jessica Borgia. I was interviewing Brooke Gilly. I was interviewing Jimmy Driver, and then I had the interview with Brooke after that. And it's been kind of quiet. I mean, it's still cool. Like one of the ladies I'm really cool with, Sarah Alpar just had a fight. She had fought for 2 years. It was in a Muay Thai fight in Texas. She didn't do as good as she might wanted to, but she enjoyed it because she enjoyed fighting. But I will bring up KL's site here because as I this is
Okay.
yeah.
I got
So
different sites. I got different sites, right?
I know here he is. The pictures
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yep. That's me. That's me.
and uh, I recognize this chick. I think she's German or something.
Nah, she's Russian. Her
Oh, she's
name is
Russian.
Vladi. Yeah, Vladislava Gallagher.
I
Something
think
like
Sean
that.
told me
Yeah.
about her. That's what he told me about. I think she
Yeah.
might be.
She.
I think she might be planning to compete sometime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, let's see. I feel like I recognize this chick dressed in woman. Who's that?
Yeah. I don't know. She looked good,
yeah. I'm
nice
also going through his IG.
to me.
Yeah, she's all right.
She looked
A
nice
lot
to
of
me. Yeah, I
girls
was a
around
bad
here.
boy. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
she
was
was a
a
very
bad
bad
boy, but
boy.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, I'm
You
not
didn't see
gonna lie,
that.
man. Like, yo, I mean, yo, I'm telling you, they look nice, man. Like it was this when I seen yesterday, yo, like she was passing by on a bike, and it's like she looked at nice, George. I'm telling you, man. Like sometimes you want to just post it like a little bit. It be
Yeah.
like some women be liking my stuff too. Like I don't want to be doing it like that. you know what I'm saying? But it just, yo, it's just, I'm telling you, man, like, they be looking nice, man. Like,
There goes Miss Beefy, Mary. She just got a boob
yeah,
job about a couple weeks ago. She's, and she
yeah.
went to the drop. Might have her on. And she wants to once they get settled. You
Yeah,
know,
I was talking to her like a couple of weeks ago, but I don't know. She just kind of turned me off a little bit. So I just left her alone.
yeah. Sarah McLaughlin. Who's that? Who's that? The chicken front? I think I heard that. Yeah,
Man, I think I got that from the Olympic Games or something like that.
yeah. And there's Dr. Megan McCullough.
Yeah, yeah.
She has Megan got a nice body. The tattoos a little bit. She got a nice body.
Yeah, she do, man. It's too bad she married, bro.
Yes, all it is. Yes. Who we have is I don't know if Lisa Cross can come back and compete this year. Is only just the Spain show we want Olympic qualification, or for next year qualification there's the Romania Muscle Fest. I don't know why they just didn't leave the Olympia on December, and the Romania Muscle Fest would have been qualification for this year instead of next year. To me, the
Yeah,
math doesn't make sense to me. A lot of got a lot of stuff out here, dude. Yeah,
yeah. Bad boy.
you're not a bad boy. You just like what you like. You know,
Yeah.
just you know. Anyway,
I was trying to
yeah.
interview this lady.
Which one? This one here?
The one, no, in the middle. Yeah, no, not yeah, that one. Yeah, trying to, but she kind of be on her moods or something like that. So
Yeah. If you deal with people like that, you just move
yeah,
on and focus. They just don't
it's
waste.
session chicks, man. They be acting up, bro. Like seriously.
Well, sometimes it's just it's all depending on the person. Here it goes here.
Yeah,
Yeah, hating on me. That's all I can do.
yeah,
That's that. She looked great that day. She looked amazing. I'm still in
yeah.
contact
She
with
looked
her.
it nice.
I'm still in contact. We
She
were
looked it
talking
nice.
after. Yeah, we were talking after. I asked her how Chris did. They said Chris didn't win his pro car. I said, oh, I feel bad. We're talking. One time I sent a video. It was like a little girl being put in timeout, and the little girl pulled a chip from
Yeah,
under her
yeah. I
shirt.
seen that.
Yeah, I
Oh,
seen
that's
that.
where you get that from her.
No, I know somebody said no. Actually, I saw it myself. I sent it to people, and I sent it to Sherry. She laughed. I asked her, "Was your kids like that? Were they sneaky?" She said, "No, they weren't sneaky. When it was time for punishment, they rather have a deal. So, oh, your kids want to be like Ferengis. They want to like
Oh,
like Star Trek the Ferengis. How the art of deal. And we have here is you know uh Alicia Young. She says she's coming back next year.
yeah.
Yeah, you know. I posted a video of her on my in
If
my IG.
Alicia gets shredded, I think she will beat her.
Yeah, if because she's into the whole size matters thing.
She
If
has
she
a
comes,
lot of she has a lot of muscle.
2020 was her
Mm,
best conditioning.
mm,
Hmm.
2020 was her best conditioning. And I thought she was gonna come back, but as you know, her mother got sick and she was dealing with
mm.
cancer. So I think she wanted to help out her mother, spend time with that, and that's kind of set her back. That was a year where I think it was like I thought her Monique Jones was gonna come back and
Hmm.
a couple others, but Monique didn't come back. Um,
Hmm.
Alicia didn't come back, and and some others didn't come back. And I said, "Dang!" But we hope they do come back because you know what? We need some. With excuse me, with now
Yeah.
with the basketball gone, and these shows are cutting down less and less, and don't have the Savannah this year. Got kicked out of Omaha, got kicked out of Brazil. There's a good chance that might not have wins by the minute Portugal next year because they only had two competitors. I hope they don't kick it out. Last year I think was kind of like a little better, but year before, I think last year wasn't as bad.
I
Was
think
kind of
if the competitors are more switch and all that stuff happens, then the shows are probably gonna again that you know.
Hmm.
The show is gonna come back maybe.
Yeah, yeah. I think it was money, time, all. It's
Yeah.
so much other stuff that goes
If
into
some good names from like I see Barbara switching probably.
Baba
I see
Majan.
yeah, exactly. She's incredible. She's my favorite.
I like Baba.
She's
I
absolutely my
interviewed her, but
favorite.
she don't really want to switch. But
Yeah,
where
she
she's
doesn't
go,
want to switch, but like I saw that interview, like the whole interview. She was like, she was like, yeah, I don't want to switch, but maybe I'll switch. It's more like, she's kind of like on the middle.
understands, like her and
Emily will definitely switch 100%. She will switch. Emily,
and Moon said she don't
Emily,
want to switch.
Emily, she will switch.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
yeah.
Emily, she will.
And Moon said she don't want to switch, but Anne is a
Yeah,
big
she
woman.
has to switch. Some of these women have to switch. There is no other place to go.
I understand in France it's not very popular to be a woman that muscle, but she
Mhm.
she made Olympia, but I feel like if she
She has what it takes to
mhm.
be in the open.
Yeah, and it could be a chance that if she does pretty good shows, but if the
Hmm.
judges go to the direction they want to go back, like pull back a muscle, and you saw
Well,
there's a picture of her
mhm,
and Julia, Wetzel standing together,
mhm, mhm.
and you look at them, you couldn't tell that one was bodybuilding and one was physique. You would
Yeah,
think
yeah.
they're both for bodybuilding.
I think Julia just needs a lot of more time.
Yeah.
Julia is just not there.
Well,
The upper body is just not there.
she ain't competed since 2021, so if that's not enough time,
Hmm.
you know.
Exactly. Like the back just needs to come up. It's just not there.
She looked
Absolutely
good.
not
She
there.
looked good in New York. What was she was sick at New York? She had food
Yeah.
poisoning. Now some
Sarita should have beaten her, I
hmm
think. So.
some people they didn't like what AJ did with the whole make away thing. Um, you know, but man, KL he just said he has to go. Till next time. So shout out to KL. Thank you for coming through, brother. If you gotta go, you gotta go. You know,
Yeah.
but you know, it's just. Oh, also we got here something from J Dub. He says, "I'm torn between Christina and Andrea. Love them both." And
Yeah.
also he says, "Interesting post KLA." Interesting.
We all are going through his post right now.
He puts good stuff. But the debate is that I don't know. We might
The
actually.
only way Andre is going to be beaten if Natalia switches. That's the only way she's going to get beat. And if Angela steps up, Angela might do it.
Andrew
Angela.
comes in good condition, but she still
Hmm.
lacks the
Yeah.
size. Yeah.
But it's just a matter of time. Like this year, like what I'm seeing, the off season is going pretty great for her, and
Yeah.
she's really packed on some size. And if
Yes.
she's 163 on stage shredded like that, she's beating Andrea absolutely,
Mm,
hands down. Because she has better genetics. She has better genetics.
mm,
Angela has better genetics. Her back, the waist to shoulder ratio, the quads, the sweeps, the lines. Mm, she's incredible.
mm,
Angela, the midsection is just outwardly. Angela's a special athlete,
yeah.
absolutely.
Well, I like her physique, but I don't know. Like I said, maybe I'm gonna say I'm
Mhm.
biased. I
Yeah,
learned.
no, not biased, because at this moment Andrea is better than her. Like, but if she brings that conditioning, because she has like what it takes, like just like Mela, right?
Hmm.
Mela also has what it takes, but it's like who wants it bad enough. Andrea is the baddest on that division.
Yeah, you
That's
might
why
as
she's
well.
the
Yeah.
champ.
And
Yeah.
now with the loss of Hella Trevino for this year, the number
Yeah.
is gonna be barely 10 women to show. Because if you count top three qualifiers,
Mhm,
and then you count the shows that they qualified, like
mhm,
Vancouver,
mhm.
New York, Toronto,
Yeah.
uh, Vancouver, New York, Toronto, um,
Mhm,
Chicago, Atlanta, Tampa, and the show in Europa, this is Spain.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be 9. And don't forget the Masters. That's going to be 11, 10, actually 10. So it's going to be 10 women unless Jake gives a special invite to one, and then
It,
decided because
it
the
just doesn't seem believable, 10 women Olympia.
yeah, well,
Mhm.
with the point system's gone, that's also a fact. The point system's gone. You don't give anybody's incentive to want to compete if they know that if they
Yeah.
do, like I've seen some women physique done, like this one woman, her name Marika Jones. I think she done like at least 4 or 5 shows since she's turned pro. She turned pro last year, and she has done
Yeah.
at least 4 or 5 shows since then. She took second at Atlanta. She took 6 at Chicago. She competed at Altima, and she competed at I believe New York and Omaha.
Mm-hmm.
And she's been busy. But what's the point where you just placing, but you're if you don't get anything out of it, just to place, and that's the thing that I know
Yeah.
they want to say because they want the best of the best. But if you look over other divisions where there's like a
Yeah,
hundred,
this is strategy to remove
Mhm.
bodybuilding.
Yeah, if you have like 100 bikini shows
Yeah.
and about 100 wellness shows and about 1,000 men bodybuilding shows, and
And in women's bodybuilding, you practically don't have anything. So.
yeah, I had a debate with Renee Reef how physique still has a little more shows on women's bodybuilding, even though they cut down a little bit, but it still have at least 6, 7, at least about 6 or 7 more
Mhm.
than women's bodybuilding.
Yeah.
That's yeah, if because they have there's the Texas Pro that's coming up this summer. There's
Yeah.
some other shows. They did drop that.
It's just the preference, like people do not think much like us, like the fans and stuff. The fans are very less of women's bodybuilding
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
fans.
I think is more to just be of the more feminine, aesthetically pleasing divisions like bikini and wellness, even somewhat
Hmm.
figure. But like I said, Marika.
Figure doesn't fall on that.
Uh-huh. But like I said, Marika has done at least 4 or 5 shows. And she's a
Mhm.
woman who's in her mid 40s, and she looks amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
I this is like she finally dropped the pictures from the Atlanta show, and that's where she took second. I'll post this up here before because I would love to do an interview with her. I just I don't know
You
there's
you
someone
should get an interview with Angela, I would say, like
I
about
see
her
requests
off
for
season.
I see requests to Angela, but you know what? Sometimes ladies don't they are busy or they just may not respond.
Bloodlust a
They
bit.
get enough
Uh-huh.
um you know DM for somebody and they might just
Yeah,
some or some
celebrity status.
yeah, and some don't even answer DMs anymore. Just or unless they don't want to. If you're not if somebody new, they say no new DMs. This is Marika from the back.
Yeah, she was peeled, like absolutely.
She looked she was a little off at Chicago, but she looked great in
Mm-hmm.
Tampa. She beat a lady who lives here in my home state, North Carolina, Amy McCowan. On now if she I don't know, maybe a little more styration to glutes or something, or you know, I think she was close.
She was on point. No, she wouldn't fit in women's bodybuilding. So,
She did compete as amateur in figure. Maybe she should do that for a while. See how to do because you know what, but I think she probably likes bodybuilding because she can really grow. But I
yeah.
think some women might need to think about figure. Um, Here's from man JW says, ain't it's supposed to be 12 women? Well, with Hella out and God hoping no one like doing like what Arsenio did last year, compete at the 2 shows, get qualification in one, competed at the Europa show and turn around and then compete at the remaining muscle fest in one qualification, it's gonna be less than 12. It might, if some of them don't get sick or nothing happen, it might be less than that. So that's all we can say. Also, he says at the Miss O, yes, yes, is Miss O actually Olympia, and when is Tampa Pro coming out? Tampa's coming out that first week of August. It's going to be, I think, from the 3rd to the 5th. I think the 3rd is going to be either, where's the calendar? Let me pull up a calendar real quick. Let's see. Uh,
Hello.
3rd is going to be on a Tuesday, and it's gonna be like Chicago because the Tim Gardner show. He's the first is gonna be the Master show. The women's bodybuilding division is gonna have Friday, and then Saturday is gonna end off with the men's division, and he also has the amateur shows too. So I don't know.
Hello.
Hello.
It's 2:30 over here actually.
Yeah.
And tomorrow,
Well,
and
well,
tomorrow,
well,
like I have to wake up at 6, or else I would
yeah.
have stayed.
Well,
You
you know
know,
what? You would say, "Hey, you're gonna go out and leave. Let's go ahead." Yeah, I know you.
no,
I keep.
that's not a thing. You know, I'm not sleepy right now, but like tomorrow, I have to leave at 6. So
Yeah. Well, you
it's
need to
like,
go. Oh, I do appreciate you coming through, brother. And I thank you
yeah.
because it's great to have you on. Maybe we try to do something like this, maybe better in a time where you don't have to worry about sleeping. You know.
I don't know. That has to be there. Like we're like absolutely in different countries. So
Yeah, yeah. Like
yeah.
something like maybe midday for you, maybe early morning for me might work for you better. Maybe we might do that one day.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I do appreciate your time. I do appreciate your knowledge because you have the education understanding about the sport that I'm still learning. You know, I'm a fan. I'm still following this. I'm still learning.
Well,
Still learning.
education, it's more like the basic gym stuffs that we learn,
Hmm.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I do
Like
appreciate.
I'm not a bodybuilder, but because like one of my brother does it, so I follow it closely. That's
Yeah,
all.
yeah. Like I said, like Ron Pro says, "Hey, everybody wants to be a bodybuilder, but don't want to lift that heavy ass weight." I love that. That's a good quote. But
Yeah,
I do
I don't
appreciate
want
you.
to live heavy.
Yeah, I do appreciate you, Roy. So I appreciate man KL. Shout out to him coming through. Shout out to
Mhm.
Jade Warrior 1000. Shout out to anybody who watched this video. Shout out to those ladies and the men who compete in sport of bodybuilding, especially the ladies, because we love the ladies. It may
Yeah.
not be the 80s, but I still love the ladies. Yeah. But I wish you all the best. What we'll love to see is maybe some sponsor step up. Maybe, you know, that's the thing is, no one wants to step up, especially their fans of women's body. They don't want to because they want to be ostracized by society. But you know what? You should enjoy
Yeah.
what you like. If you got the
Yeah,
opportunity to do
and
it.
sponsoring them is like I'm gonna say one thing. Sponsoring them is not like an
Mhm.
easy deal because like the stuff, it
Yeah,
costs a lot.
yeah,
It's a lot. 20,000 bucks, like it takes for my brother
yeah,
1 month of stuff and diet. So
yeah,
it's very expensive.
yeah. Well, like I say, yeah, I know it's a expensive sport, but you know what?
Very, very
If
expensive.
there's enough people out there who really want to support the sport, and you keep complaining where
Mhm.
there's not enough shows or not enough this, not enough that, then if you have deep pockets, if you like, you got someone like Sarah Vigor's husband who let her throw away
Yeah.
20,000 here in one show when 50,000 here in another show for prize money. You know, if
Yeah.
those people that rich, they buy shoes and cars less than that. You know, they
Yeah,
buy
they
shoes.
have she has a private jet, so.
Yeah, she they you know yeah she every year to go to Olympia.
Sarah Davis is a better ambassador for physique.
You know what
Um,
she
for me,
she
she should have won. She should have won last year.
yeah
Natalia was like too much size. I
yeah.
feel like that was a women's bodybuilding look.
Me
I think
personally,
that's what women's bodybuilding is.
I like Brooke Walker. People say she's a good person. She may not have big parts, but
Mhm.
she has that.
She doesn't have the genetics that
Yeah,
Sarah and Natalia has.
yeah, but she has that throwback look like someone like Cindy Riddell or
She's very beautiful.
yeah. That's the thing is they want that look. My man JW Warrior says, peace out, gotta go. Yeah, peace out to you, JW.
Everybody wants to leave.
And also, this is Curtis L. Jordan Jr. You have a sexy voice. He does, doesn't he? Hey man, you could be one of those telemarketer girls. Hey, you wouldn't know. You as long as you don't tell them, they don't know. Guys, like it be like the episode of Chappelle's show where the Prince one where they come in Shalimar with Nikki Free and say Shalimar got a new girl, she found as a motherfucker. No, that's Nikki Free, dude. That's what you are. You're Nikki Free. So George guy, he got this girl out here. She's fine as a motherfucker. No, he's a dude. Okay.
Yeah. My voice is a bit, different.
But like I said, bro, I thank you brother for coming through. I thank KL coming through. I thank everybody coming through. Even thank you, Curtis, for coming through. I appreciate y'all. We like to say we're back next week. We have something to talk about. Like I said, we still have some shows coming up. We got Tampa coming up next week. Week after next. We have there's also some amateur shows coming up. That's the USA is coming up where remember a few years ago Hunter Henderson earned a pro card that show. So I know somebody's competing there. I might see which out if they want to come on and do an interview. Just both of them. I hope they get pro cards. But I do appreciate everybody coming through and coming and just sharing and listening to us. And I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your week. I appreciate y'all time. And we appreciate your friendship, appreciate these ladies, and support the sport of bodybuilding. Anyway, this is man George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk. Like, don't like, subscribe. I'm out. See y'all later. Peace.
Take care.